Alright. So today, I'm not doing a hunting and fishing story. Today, I'm actually answering an attack that was made on me here recently, specifically. And this person apparently thinks I'm just gonna, shake it off and go on or whatever. Nope. I'm calm, cool, collective. You come at me, you're gonna have problems. So the can of worms was opened up, so let's go fishing. The issue was this flag. Apparently, I'm racist because I support this flag. Yeah. No. See, in today's society, you hear heritage, not hate, or you hear, tolerance this, tolerance that, be tolerant, and the people that are being preached to are the ones that are being called the racists and the intolerance by the ones that are preaching tolerance and shoving tolerance down our throats. Does anybody see anything wrong with that? Or is it just me? Let's take down the monuments. Let's do it. Ban the flags. Ban this. Ban that. Guns are evil. Really? I got one loaded in my house right now. Guess what? It hadn't decided to kill anybody today. But, it is what it is. I mean, you're always going to have idiots. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is to it. And anybody that knows me knows that I am far from racist. And I am far as intolerant as you can get. I've got friends on every end of the spectrum. I've got Mexican friends. I've got black friends. I've got gay friends. I mean, how much more tolerant do you want a man to get, really? Think about it. But I'm intolerant and racist. Alright, I think it's time for an education. I'm not going to sit here and talk heritage, not hate. I want to talk about the bigger issue. Tyranny. Have you paid attention to the news here lately? Every candidate running for office against Trump is claiming to be a socialist. One way, shape, or form. Maybe not coming out and saying it, but by their agenda, it's socialism. The problem with socialism, have you paid attention to National Geographic and looked at Africa, China, Russia, Indonesia, I think is one of them, are they? I don't know if they are or not. Pay attention to these third world countries, and I guarantee you, match it up with their government standards and their agendas, socialism doesn't work. And there's an old saying that's been going around since I was a kid that said those who fail to learn from history are the ones that are doomed to repeat it. So let's erase the Civil War. Let's erase slavery. Let's erase the reasons why the war was fought. And guess what? It's all going to come full circle and it's going to repeat itself just like it always has before. And the reason I support this flag, the reason I believe the things I believe are not because somebody told them to me long ago. It's not because I just woke up one day and said, you know what, I'm just going to put this hat on and I'm going to walk out the door and that's going to be it. Ever since I was a little kid, as far as I can remember, anytime somebody's ever told me something, I've always questioned it. Why, how, all that good stuff. Since I was little bitty. It didn't stop when I got in my teens. I questioned everything from my religious beliefs, my background, everything. All of it. And it wasn't until I was shown certain stuff that I actually, you know, basically evidence, I guess you could say. Evidence, you know, I was the show me the proof type person. Well, when the proof shows itself, you follow the evidence just like a cop would investigating any kind of crime. And when you follow the evidence is always going to point you in a direction that's going to make sense. It's going to point you to the truth. The truth's always going to come out. You can't hide it, bury it, or anything like that. The reason I support this flag is because it stands for everything but racism. Are you listening? Take this flag right here. Do you see the X on that flag? Now, the reason why there's an X on the flag is because during the Civil War, we needed the flag so that we could call ourselves a country. And the flag that we had on the battlefield, it kind of looks like the Texas and the North Carolina flag. Some of the other states kind of have a similar flag to it. If you look at that flag, that was kind of it was that with the stars in a circle, the 13 stars in a circle. The reason why it was changed in battle is because it was mistaken as a Union flag, and our guys were getting killed by our guys. So then they said, okay, you know what? We'll put this on one flag and we'll paint the flag white, or had the banner white. Well, that was all well said and good, but then that looked like it was a retreat flag, the white flag. Especially when the flag was twisted, you couldn't see the X, so a lot of people were mistaken for surrendering and were shot on the spot. So then they said, okay, you know what, we'll put a red stripe on it. And these flags all have names. I'm not going to get into all that. All right, but it had the red stripe on it. Well, again, it kind of looked like the Union flag. If you're a soldier and, you know, it's hit the fan and you're getting shot at left and right, and you just see the flagman running around, and you know, he could easily be mistaken for a Union soldier. So he was shot and killed. Well, they got to realizing that, so then they decided, okay, you know what? We'll do away with the banner. We'll just use this flag here, because it couldn't be mistaken as a Union flag. Because once you saw the blue and the stripe on it, there's no stripes in the American flag. So or as far as where the stars are at, that's just one solid color. So when you saw that, you knew. I mean, even if you saw just like that part right there, you knew, hey, that was a Confederate soldier. That's one of our guys. So it saved lives. But have you ever stopped and thought what that flag actually means? What this flag actually means? I can go and tell you, it's not racism. There was actually black slaves that willingly joined the Confederate Army. They wasn't forced. They were some were forced, but some of them said, you know what? No, we're going to fight with you guys. The Cherokee Nation joined the Confederate Army. And there was other groups, and the flag itself, this X right here, is a symbol. Just the X itself is a symbol of anti-tyranny. If you look at other nations' flags, there's a very similar. A lot of them have a very similar design to it. And the only thing I can think of is at one point they belonged to another country. They got their independence, and that was the flag that the symbol that they went with, because it stands for anti-tyranny. What's wrong with being anti-tyrant? Don't know what a tyrant is? Think of a bully. The stars on the flag, obviously that's the 13 states that succeeded from the Union. The white banner around the X is a symbol of God's protection. The red is represents the blood of Christ. Again, I'm not seeing anything racist here. And I can't, I mean, all I see, the message that I see is through the blood of Christ and God's protection, the 13 states are protected. I kind of butchered that, I know, but anyway, you get the point. I'm proud of my heritage. I'm not proud of the actions that were taken as far as finding farmers and laborers, also known as slaves. I'm not proud of the whole slavery thing, but I am proud to be from the South. And if that makes me racist and intolerant, then maybe you need to take a look at yourself and see it through my point of view. Because from my point of view, the South did nothing wrong in the Civil War. We were sitting pretty, just minding our own business. The Union blockaded us. The Union attacked us. The Union is still attacking us because they make it out to where if you're from the South, you're wrong, you're evil, and you're stupid. And whereas they try to make themselves to be, hey, I'm from the North, I'm educated, I'm smart, I'm right, you're wrong, look at me, this is who I am, this is what I'm going to do. And yada yada yada, and just makes themselves to be so high and mighty. And not all of them. I know some people from the North that are some of the coolest people you'll ever meet. I'm talking about the schmucks on TV, the CNN reporters, the news media, the ones that are constantly tearing us apart as a nation, as a whole. Those idiots are the ones that I'm attacking. Not so much you as an individual, you as a listener. I appreciate each and every one of you. I really do. I'm sick of the ones that are putting people like you and me at odds. The ones that are, you and me could be doing just fine and not have a problem. They come on TV and they say, well, there's a problem here, and then all of a sudden, yeah, you know what, they're right, there is a problem here, you're wrong, I'm right, yada yada yada. No, listen, don't be a sheep, alright? Don't be a sheep. Don't sit there and try to follow them just because they say, hey, follow me, whatever, yada yada yada. Listen to that crap on TV. The best thing you can do, honestly, is do what I did a long time ago and turn my TV off. I don't listen to the news. The only reason I catch it here and there is what comes on Facebook and the he said, she said mess or whatever. You want to get caught up in it, that's on you. But I don't. And if you don't give them the attention that they're asking for, eventually they're gonna, maybe hopefully, turn around and say, you know what, people ain't listening to this garbage anymore. Maybe they wanna, maybe we should actually tell the truth for once. Hey, that's a great idea. Why don't you do that? And take your own advice and tell the truth for once. But that's what I've got right now. That's my rant and rave. I'm actually surprised I was actually as calm as I was actually earlier today. The more I thought about what I was going to say, I was actually a lot madder, but I'm actually kind of calm, cool, and collected right now. Surprisingly. But that's all I got right now. And there'll be more stories coming up soon, hopefully. Just stay tuned and we'll see what we can do. I mean, I'm always doing something, so we'll get into something and I'll talk about it or tell a story on it. But yeah, just keep in touch. Thanks.